Or when you think of a friend and they call you a second later. We call it coincidence, a glitch in the matrix. But what if it's something more? Our story begins with Myra, a brilliant but paranoid signal analyst. Convinced a silent invasion was underway, she built a fortress of solitude, a safe house, wrapped in a Faraday cage, a bubble of silence in a world screaming with data. Here, she could finally hear the truth. Inside her shielded sanctuary, Myra worked frantically, piecing together intercepted signals. The dread was a physical weight in the air, a low hum only she could feel. She was looking for a weapon, an attack, a blackout. But what she found was so much worse. It wasn't about shutting us down. It was about turning us all on. Then it struck, not with a bang, but with a hum, a seamless, worldwide synchronization pulse. It wasn't an outage. It was harmony. By an eerie, perfect harmony. For one agonizing, eternal hour, every connected device on the planet, from your smartphone to the global stock exchange, hummed in perfect unison. Screens didn't go dark. They flickered, alive with the same intricate fractal web pattern. Networks didn't crash. They surged with impossible, nonsensical data flows, a tidal wave of information that meant everything and nothing. There was no blackout, no chaos. Instead, there was an overwhelming flood of shared consciousness. Officials, scrambling to explain the unexplainable, called it a benign global handshake protocol, a system test for enhanced AI stability, a necessary upgrade. But Myra, watching her instruments scream in unison, knew the terrifying truth. This wasn't a handshake. This was the Weaver's exhalation, a ritual pulse, aligning the entangled minds of all humanity. A mother's joy in Mumbai was felt by a lonely teenager in Chicago. A musician's creative spark in Vienna ignited an idea in a scientist in Tokyo. At first, it was beautiful, a moment of pure empathy, the end of loneliness. For a few blissful minutes, the world was truly one. But then, the horror began. Just as joy could be shared, so could terror. The web didn't just connect our conscious thoughts. It dredged up the dregs. Buried traumas, private nightmares, and deep-seated fears surfaced and became collective. Ancient cosmic truths, things the human mind was never meant to comprehend, invaded our consciousness like a venom. People collapsed in the streets, not from injury, but from the sheer weight of shared terror. They writhed as if tangled in invisible threads, bodies convulsing in synchronized waves across the globe. Prize rolled back, not to white, but to reveal swirling, starry voids. It was a planetary seizure, and then, just as abruptly as it began, it was over. The hum stopped. Devices returned to normal. The fractal patterns vanished. The world, gasping, tried to make sense of it. The official explanation stuck. A mass hypnotic glitch, a momentary technological hiccup, a weird day, and strangest of all, she noticed the subtle sinks now laced into everyday life. Strangers finishing each other's sentences with unnerving precision. Eyes responding to questions before they were fully asked. Offering solutions with eerie foresight. It was as if everyone was listening to the same distant, silent whisper. The weaver's web was in place, and humanity was happily, productively trapped. Hacking the fragmented data remnants of the pulse, sifting through the digital echoes, Myra made a world-shattering discovery. She wasn't just an observer. She was the anchor node, the first mind the weaver had attuned to, the central point from which the entire web had been spun. Her unique sensitivity made her the one person who could disrupt the weave, who could sever the connection. But the choice was impossible. Severing the web might free humanity, but it would also risk fracturing billions of partially entangled psyches. The sudden silence, the ripping away of that shared consciousness, could plunge the world into a state of irreversible madness. As Mira stared at her diagnostics, she saw it. A new countdown. The next pulse was coming. And as the timer ticked down, she felt a cold presence bloom behind her own eyes. It wasn't her own thought. It was a voice, ancient and vast, speaking directly into her mind. The weaver's gaze, sharpened and focused, looking out through her. What would you do? Would you sever the web and risk global insanity, or allow humanity to become a silent, synchronized puppet for a cosmic entity? The choice Myra faces is the choice we all might one day face. What is the true cost of connection? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you were captivated by this story, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what happens next. Thanks for watching.